I honestly do not believe that Guskov is surviving this fight. This man is about to fight an angry Ankalaev with something to prove after he got taken back to the coffee shop by Alex Pereira. We honestly might witness the live execution of Agent 47. Listen, after analyzing a bit of tape to see who I think will win this fight, I think it's pretty clear that Ank is going to absolutely destroy Guskov. So let's go ahead and get right into it. First of all, striking, which is where basically the entirety of this fight is going to take place. Let's go ahead and count some things that Ankalaev has going for him. First of all, Ankalaev is fast. He's powerful, has incredible reflexes, and he is a really quick thinker. He's also really good at pressuring his opponents and knows when and when not to strike. Looking at weaknesses, his orthodox side isn't as good as his southpaw side, especially when we consider the second Alex Pereira fight in which Alex completely demolished his right leg, forcing him to switch to orthodox, which neutralized his left straight, which is Ankalaev's best weapon. He has an incredibly strong and fast left straight. That's another thing though. Aside from his orthodox side not being as good as his southpaw side, there's the fact that he's also very weak to the legs. Not weak as in he can't take the shots, more weak as in he can't really block it well. A lot of his opponents have had a lot of success attacking his legs. The thing is, unlike Alex Pereira in the second fight, they weren't also pressuring him, which is the other weakness I want to talk about, which is that Ank is really good when he is pressuring his opponent into the cage, but he isn't as good when he's getting pressured into the cage. On the other hand, if we look over to Guskov, Guskov likes to fight a bit more open, kind of resembling Alex. The difference is that it's a tiny bit more close, since obviously he doesn't compensate for the lack of a guard with his power like Alex. Guskov doesn't throw as much to the legs, which is probably going to hinder his options against Ank. He isn't really as fast as Ank, nor is he as explosive. And he also seems really prone to getting backed up into the cage a lot. Now, when we look at that, we have a guy who doesn't kick to the legs that much and seems to be very prone to getting pressured. That doesn't seem very well suited for somebody like Ank. Now, he has shown moments where he's also moved forward, but honestly, that doesn't look very good either because he looks very reckless when he's the one pressuring. Now, you may be wondering to yourself, but what about the ground? Maybe he can go to the ground. My guy, Ank is Dagestani. And second of all, I highly doubt this fight goes to the ground. At most, it's going to go to the ground for ground and pound, just to finish the fight. Not to mention, Guskov doesn't really go to the ground. He doesn't go for takedowns or anything. He had to be really desperate to go for that, and even then, I don't think he'd be able to do anything with it, considering the fact that Ank, once again, he's Dagestani. Yeah, that doesn't mean anything inherently that he's going to be like some crazy grappler or something, like he's going to pull a Khabib or an Islam. But even then, at least he's shown a bit more grappling than most guys in light heavyweight. Legitimately, this division is filled to the brim with nothing but strikers. Now, originally, I wanted to be keen to be like something like, oh, maybe if Guskov comes in with a good enough game plan, he could do something about Ankalaev. And it's like, yeah, it's like if he had a good game plan and Ank maybe came in with a mediocre one, maybe we could see some success. But the problem is the fight is on short notice. There's no way this dude Guskov is gonna come in with a good enough game plan. Now, of course, that also goes in with somebody like Ankalaev. However, the thing is, I'd say in this case, it kind of favors Ank because his opponent can't really neutralize him. Meanwhile, he's good enough to probably not even need to neutralize his opponent's strengths. He can most likely do it inherently. Honestly, though, it's just my quick little rundown. Striking, Ankalaev wins every day. Grappling, he also most likely wins since he's more proven. And there's not really going to be a game plan advantage going into this fight. So, yeah, Guskov, I'm sorry, bro.